Hey guys, today we're reading The Death Cure. Okay, page 1. What I noticed is that he was alone for over 3 weeks. People in solitary confinement tend to go insane before then, so it's really not a smart idea. Okay, so page 12, they don't actually have a cure, which really stinks, because that means that Brenda can't get cured, which means Brenda is basically dying here, I guess, than back in the Scorch, which is really not cool, and that really stinks. So, yeah. Okay, it also means another thing, though, because he said the control group wasn't immune, which I had predicted back in the last book. That means that someone is going to die, because this is a young adult novel, and you have to have someone die to make it realistic. And by sheer force of the odds, it'll probably be someone who we know who's in the main group. So I'm guessing either Minho or Newt. And once again, Minho has said what we were all thinking. Aw, Minho said, that's almost as sweet as that time she slammed the end of your spear into your shocked face. I love Minho. I love that he just says what everyone's thinking. Like, he doesn't even bother filtering it. Like, we know Teresa was a jerk, and Minho is just not ready to forgive her for that. And he feels like, everyone's like, oh, Thomas is just embarrassed. No, Minho is mad, and he feels it. Anyway, so they're about to get their memories back. We'll see what this does. Newt's acting a little weirder than usual, so he might be the one with the flare, but I hope not. Oh shoot, it's Newt. Page 26, okay. Okay, so Newt, I guess, is the one who was not immune. So he's probably going to die. I don't like that. I don't know, maybe if they work with Wicked, they can get a cure in time, but like, I don't know. Maybe not. They had better not kill Newt. I like him a lot. And his interaction with Thomas was so sad. It was like Tommy slim herself. And, oh, I don't know. I feel like there's no good way for this to end. So, we'll see. Hopefully there's some surprise box waiting at the end that we can just, like, open and make everything okay with. Page 31, Thomas is like, we'll stick around, play along, and act nice, he whispered. But as soon as we get a chance, we're going to fight our way out of this place. But, like, Thomas, aren't you forgetting something, like, a little bit important here? Newt has the flare. Which means it doesn't matter if you escape. He's going to die. If you escape, you rob him of his only chance for a cure. See, you really can't. Ratman did a terrible job of persuading you. If I was Ratman, I would have been like, hey, listen, I know it's hard, but if you want to save your friends, like, forget about the world. They're detached from the world. They don't care about the world. They're teenagers. So if you care about your friend, then you should do what we say. And people would do it. It's simple as that. People would do it. Yeah, and by running away, they're essentially robbing Newt of his chance to survive or be human. So, I don't think that's quite fair. Page 35, and Brenda is back! Okay, she was working for Wicked, but I don't know, she kind of seems like she still cares, and like, yeah, okay, maybe she was kind of lying in the city, but like, her feelings for Thomas were genuine, I felt like. And Teresa's being mean. Teresa was like spitefully being like, oh yeah, look at her, oh wow, I don't trust her. It's like, yeah, Teresa, that makes total sense. Yeah, no one should trust you either. No, too. And Thomas is, in his dream, is reciting this whole, like, spiel about, like, the flare. Which I guess is a good way to give us an info dump, but it's pretty good. But what really stood out to me about this was actually, we get a new piece of information that we didn't know, just kind of slipped in there. A man-made virus engineered for biological warfare was leaked from a military center for disease control. So this was not a natural disease, this was man-made. But then that begs the question, number one, how did they make it? And if they knew how they made it, wouldn't they be able to cure it just by reversing their steps? Like, obviously it's not that simple. I don't know much about, like, controlling diseases or whatever, but I do know that to an extent. Like, I know they did something similar to this for anthrax, or certain parts of that. So, I feel like if they knew how they made it, they would know, like, what chemicals were used. I don't know, I'm pretty confused. We don't know much about how the flare works at all. But if it was man-made, then it should be able to be man-destroyed without having to go completely from the brain patterns, which confuses me. Yeah. Okay, but also, just switching topics here, they're going to Denver. I don't think that's entirely wise, because, like, what about Newt? Are you just gonna, like, leave him to die? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Denver. Goodbye, Newt. You stay here, and you can wait on this berg until you die. Like, that's kind of not cool, right? Like, really not cool. If I were Newt, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's not much they can do here. They could try to steal some of the bliss, but like that's not gonna help very much at all. And it would probably make it worse. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Newt's gonna die, and I really don't want that. That would be sad. I would like, I don't know. If I were them, I might just work with Wicked to try and get that cure, which is like the dumbest thing ever, and maybe this is why I'm not like a main character in one of these books. Because first I'm couch potatoing through the maze, and then like second I'm like spending my time taking showers instead of investigating in the Scorch trials, and then like now here I am working with. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing I'm not in these books. So yeah, okay. I would be one heck of a main character. Also, has anyone considered that like maybe Wicked is prolonging the virus so they can keep control over everybody? Page 169, and Newt ran off. Or, okay, I think he ran off, but it says that they took him to live with the other cranks. But I feel like the way he was, like, even with the note he left Thomas, I feel like it was more of a decision that he didn't want to infect them, which would fit perfectly with Newt's character, and that would be so upsetting and so sad. But, I don't know. They took him to live with the other cranks. He left them a sad note. They're going to find him. But that won't do any good, because then he'll just go crazy with you instead of... I don't... Page 184, and I'm kind of sad. It's like, oh... Newt's basically like, he doesn't want them to see him going slowly crazy, which I can understand. And I feel bad. I feel bad, guys. I feel bad. Yeah. He'd rather be there and have them remember him sane than have him, like, watch him slowly deteriorate. It must be difficult, too, because, like, all of his friends are immune. Page 207, and I feel like a ping pong ball. Why, you might ask? Because everyone knew I shipped Brenda and Thomas in the Scorch Trials, right? But, I don't know, they haven't had any good moments at all in this book. Like, there's literally not been a single conversation where they talked. Except for one, where she tried to explain things, and Thomas was like, nope, don't want your memory. So, and that wasn't even really a conversation. But, like, now that he's talking to Teresa, like, I mean, there's some meat here. There's some good stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad that, like, she's trying so hard. Like, at least in the other book, it was, like, how do I put this? It was, like, I betrayed you, and it's your fault if you don't believe me. But in this book, like, she's actually, like, trying to make up for it, and, like, I don't know. It feels more sincere. And Thomas, it's kind of hard, because he misses her, but he doesn't really. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if I ship Teresa and Thomas or Brenda and Thomas. My feelings are conflicted. Clearly, there are more important issues to worry about. It was a little weird that Newt was thinking about breaking into the Crank Palace and going to Denver. Because, why? You just infect the healthy people. And that's literally what he said he didn't want to do earlier. So... Hey guys, so it's totally been a while because school started and that just like totally like smashed away every semblance of free time I had. But I'm back and I'm ready to finish. So it looks like we left off around page 241. Page 244 and Newt's back. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Because Thomas sees him outside of the van, right? And he's like, oh look, there's Newt. But Newt didn't want to see them because he was going to get worse. And what if he is worse now? I feel like there are a lot of ways this could go wrong. So he's stopping the van, he's getting out. And I'm excited to see Newt, but also really not excited, so we will see. That's how Newt got his limp? Oh my gosh, he killed him. Newt's dead. I do not feel good. I feel bad. I don't like this. How can Thomas go back to destroy Wicked after that? How could he not want them to succeed? How could he see that and be like, oh, I want more people to have to go through what I did with Newt? Why would he not just... I feel like I would be helping them, like, genuinely helping them. Like, please make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. No one else has to go through this. Please, like, do something. But instead, they're just gonna undo all their progress and make sure that, like, everyone has to go through what Newt did. Oh, shoot. Okay, so 262, and they're going to dissect Thomas. which I guess they would have to, but if not with him, I would use someone like I know they said free thinking, but I would use someone like Teresa who would like actually consent to that. Yikes. I don't know. I'm torn here because at one point like Thomas dies, but like on the other hand, the world. It's the world or you, and I don't know what I'd choose in that scenario. I feel like it's one thing to say, like, put me through the trials, like, I'll go through pain, and it's another thing entirely to be like, have my brain, I can die for this. Wicked is being surprisingly nice about this whole procedure. Like, they understand that it's difficult. Like, they're asking him, like, will you donate your brain to science and stuff? Like, at least they're, like, treating it like he's a human being now, you know? Like, they understand that it's one thing to do, like, this is what we had to do, and then there's, like, donate your brain to science sort of levels, and so they want him to like make that choice himself, and I can respect that. I mean, in a way, Wicked isn't that bad. They did what they had to do to save the world, and that's a problem because it hurt people, but at the same time, how many more people would not be hurt if they didn't do anything? I don't know. I like how there's not really a black and white, like good and bad here. It's like the world or crimes against humanity. 276, he wakes up, and Chancellor Paige is like, we already have enough information, we don't really have to do this. I know they said that, and they think they do, but, like, no. So, I think this links back to what Brenda said, where she said, you can only trust me and Chancellor Paige. And I think, I don't know, I kind of like the Chancellor. Like, I think she, like, gets it, like, I don't know, this might, it's not another test. It's definitely not another test, but, yeah. So now he has to get the immunes and all the stuff from the maze. It's gonna be really weird to go back to the maze, like, really weird. Oh, Jansen. Page 280. So, like, didn't he hear what the Chancellor said? Ugh. Jansen's the kind of villain that you can, like, actually get behind hating. Oh, shoot, he has the flare, page 283. That explains it. That explains why he was always so, like, kind of weird, like, ooh. That's kind of weird. Yeah, of course he wouldn't want to take the chances making it without the brain. Page 305, and what is Teresa doing? Thomas was almost the handle thing that you pull and the grievers are just, boop, they just die. And then Teresa's just like, oh yeah, well, you're almost there, but like, guess what? I'm gonna heroically throw myself on the griever just in case. But like, I'm not sure how I feel. Is she dead? Aw, he saved her. I actually enjoyed that. I thought that was really well done. Yeah, that's nice. That's kind of a good moment. Oh, are you kidding me? 311? And the Ratman is back again. I knew this was too easy. I knew there was no way they were gonna let them through, like, just like, oh yay, we walk through the flat trans and everything is magical and wonderful. Ah, here he is. He's outnumbered though, but here he is. Wait, hold on, I take it back. 312, he was surrounded by wicked security guards, so he was not alone. 314, someone's gonna die in this fight. I call it. Someone's gonna die here. The escape was too easy, and I feel like James Dasher just wants one more death here. One more, if not two. It's probably gonna be Gally, because we don't know him so well, and then someone else. I hope they don't kill Brenda. I feel like it might be Gally and Brenda, and maybe George, but I hope not. So, this is kind of intense. They killed Teresa. That's sad, and her last words, I only ever cared for, Well, if you'd lived a better life, Teresa, maybe you would have gotten Thomas. But instead, it has to end here. But I really am sorry, in a way. In a way, I feel like it could have ended better for this. I would have been happier if Teresa hadn't died. This is, I don't know. Man, Thomas is gonna be through some hardcore trauma after this. He's gonna need a lot of therapy. Although there probably isn't any in this flare-torn world. Wait, okay, hold on. Page 319. So they get in through the flat trans, right? And then Brenda hits some dials and like the flat trans magically disappears. And Thomas thinks, how did she know how to do that? But I have a theory. What if Brenda is actually Chancellor Paige? How cool would that be? How hilarious would that be? That would be insane. I could go for some of that. But there's not a lot of this book left, so I feel like that's not what they're trying to pull, but like, I could go for that. But, like, it makes sense, because he never saw Chancellor Paige, right? No, he didn't. She just came in, and then, like, he saw her, like, disappear through the thing. And she left him that note. No one has ever... Well, I guess there are posters of Chancellor Paige, but at the same time... Aww, 322. The ending was kind of nice. It was, like, it was as nice as it could have been. Which is true. They're all gonna have, like, serious trauma, and it's sad, and life is sad. But at least they're like in a place where they can be safe and they can be happy and they can just wait it out and be done. And I like how they had like Thomas and Brenda just like they're both gone through so much and they're both like just so emotionally devastated and they're just there for each other. And that's the kind of relationship I feel like we need portrayed more in fiction. So they're just sitting there watching the sunrise, a perfect end to a very good book series. So this has been really fun, guys. I've really enjoyed reading this series so much. And yeah, thank you for watching along with me. And wait, hold on. So wait, there's one more thing. So, Brenda says, like, there were over 200 of us, and we're all immune. It'll be a good start. Wink, wink, wink. And Thomas is like, what's that supposed to mean? Okay, I'm willing to bet that Brenda is Chancellor Paige. I'm like, that would be such a cool twist. And it would make so much sense. But, like, You have to wonder what happened to the world, though. Did they, like, decimate with the flare, or did she actually get the blueprint? Or was all that destroyed with the Wicked compound? I mean, Alright, we get an epilogue, so here we go. Okay, it says the blueprint never came together. We were unable to discover either a vaccine or a treatment for the flare, so basically everything was for nothing. So, yikes. But I anticipated this outcome and put into place an alternate solution to save at least a portion of our race. The island. With the help of my partners, 2 wisely placed immunes, George and Brenda. Oh wait, but then partners. What if I was able to plan and implement a solution that will result in the best outcome we could have hoped for, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it says we have sent the brightest, the strongest, the toughest of our subjects to a safe place. They can begin civilization anew while the rest of the world is driven to extinction. What? Boy, you can't do that. Oh, and then we get this bombshell. Though I am fully aware that it was an act of desperation after the sun flares, releasing the flare virus as a means of population control was an abhorrent and irreversible crime. They released it on purpose. That's insanity. Why would you... I feel like there are so many better ways to do that. Like, why not use, like, poison or something? Like, that's crazy. That's whack. That is so weird. I have so many questions about the end of this book, but, like, in a good way. And then, of course, they finish with how they have to finish Wicked is good. Wow. Okay, so this has been a really long ride, and it's been a really good series. I don't know. I'd like to thank James Dashner for writing these, because they're very good. I feel like there were parts of it that could have been done better, but you know what? That's life, right? Everything has something that could be done better. Yeah, but wow, I feel like it was good. I have a lot of questions, and I hope we get to see them answered. Like, is Brenda just an immune working with Paige, or is she Paige? Yeah, does the rest of the world just die and they rebuild it? I don't know. I'd like to see those answered, but you know what? Whatever. It was a good book, it was a good run, and I'm really glad I had the chance to read this. So thank you for watching with me, and this has been The Maze Runner, The Death Cure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!